Hello everyone, I am IndieBin and welcome to some StarDrive 2. The game of StarDrive 2 is all about making a badass empire in space. Alright, it's a cool 4X sort of game, and I really like it. I think it's great, it's awesome. You get to build your own spaceships, build your own empire, and kick some arse. Alright, so we're going to hop into the campaign. We're going to choose our race. There's a lot of cool ones, the Kolrathi Shogunate, United Federation, Cortrazine Collective. These guys are really funny. They're just funny. They basically have an entire race that they're controlling, the Owlocks. They're owl people. They're really funny. Anyway, so I think we're going to choose the United Federation just to be humans, you know, because I'm not creative at all. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to go ahead and customize it. Oh, shoot. There we go. And let's just uncheck everything. Make it sort of our own. Am I right? Anyway. A really, really good one, you'll notice it's the only one we can't get yet, is creative. Rather than, if you know the game, there's basically technology tree sort of thing, with each one having 3 different options you can select. If you choose creative, you get to choose all 3 at the same time. So we're going to have to choose 4 negative traits. I'm thinking that we want to do something, like maybe something that's not going to make us crappy. Timid warriors definitely will take this one. Makes us a little bit weaker on the ground, but that shouldn't be an issue, because I plan on doing some heavy damage in general afterwards. Or, not afterwards, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just in general. Clumsy spies, I don't use spies much, that's not my play style, so take that. Creative. Ba-boom. Alright, so that means that we now are going to be pretty... Page 2! Ooh! That's cool. The Empire was late to the StarDrive party. Started with several additional colonies. Total war. You may not build colony ships, that's tough. And Titan Quest. That's cool though. Alright, I'd do that, but no. I didn't know there was a page 2, that's really cool, I'm glad I learned that. But yeah, so I think we'll choose poor homeworld. No we won't. What are we gonna do? Shoddy engineers, I plan on using a lot of shields, so that'll only really affect us in the early game. And that should let us pick a positive one. Resourceful. That one's good. Sacrificer. Yeah. Okay, we'll do resourceful. We'll make a lot more use of resources. There we go. So let's continue. We have, you know, creative is going to be sort of our main thing that we're going to be utilizing. Our empire color. I'm okay with blue. Opponent count, let's do 6 in a, yeah, let's do huge. Distribution, that's fine. Galactic fertility, that's fine. Hostile threats, that's fine too. Okay, so we're going to be the IndieBin Empire. Race name, singular, is going to be human, that's fine. And let's begin. Okay, so you guys can read this if you want, but since I have my SSD, you know, loads up real fast. Okay. So we start off able to choose one. Normally, if we did not have creative, we would click one and it would just select that one. So we would only select plasma fuel cells. Instead, selects them all and researches them all in the given amount of time. Part of the reason I chose humans is because they have an experimental technology that gives you blue lasers, which give you an additional 50% beam damage. So they have really strong weapons. We're going to use our first one to get ourselves, I think, that's a good one, yeah. Plasma fuel cells lets us travel further, which I definitely want to do to start off. Actually, no, Research Lab and Imperial University. Those are going to be good since we can make so much use out of our stuff. So, we've got this big old galactic galaxy to explore. You've got planets. You've got sort of little things over here like the Grimdark Traverse. That makes you speed up and you can explore it to get faster and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll play this game a bit. Anyway, so we've got Earth as our home planet. You can move around your civilians, fun stuff. Anyway, we're going to start off by building ourselves a colony ship. Colony ships will allow us to make colonies, if you haven't guessed, because you're a moron. No, anyway, you can mouse over stuff if you have the game, I guess, whatever. Not if you don't have the game, you can't. But yeah. So this one is barren. It's large, which means it's going to have a lot more population. It's normal G and abundant. So basically, each worker will give us 3 production, 2 research. Over here, it'll give us the same thing, but we have a gravity penalty and a maintenance penalty. The maintenance penalty means that just everything we build there costs more. So I'm gonna I'm gonna try very hard to avoid worlds that will give us that maintenance penalty. Okay, so we discovered a new world, or a new system. So let's take a look. Got this one is large and radiated, so it's a little bit better for production, but it still has that penalty that I don't like. There and there. Yeah, one of the cool things about asteroids is they have no pollution. So you can basically do as much production as you like without needing to worry about the harmful effects. Because what it will do is it'll reduce the amount of production you get, make people unhappy, etc. This one's totally locked, which means that it will, you know, it does bad stuff, but it gives you a project. So click this over here, special project. It gives you a special project that you can do. It also has diamondite, which if you have a bunch of them, like, oh, went away. If you have a bunch of them, it'll give you 10 BC per turn billion credits, which is great. And there's those two, but yeah, since we're resourceful, it'll give us more of that. So that could be a really great way to get money advantage early on. So that seems to be a pretty good one too. Go into the wormhole though, and end our turn. Ooh, remnant encounter. Wonder if it's... Ooh, oh bother. Remnants are bad news. They're like very strong. If we right click on that, they've got weapons that we don't get until like very late game. Class 2 shields. Okay, so I guess where we're going. So long. No need. Did they come after us? Hope not. That would suck. That would suck the big one. Yeah, so we're gonna just keep going. And whenever you go outside of your zone of influence, you do take fuel. Down there, you can see. Oh, I already have a colony ship. Score! Sweet. So we'll bring this over to... I guess we'll just keep doing this. Bring it to... Ooh, tritium. Or trilithium. There we go. Gain 3 speed per source controlled. That's real good. And 8 production per worker. Holy deuce on a stick. Let's colonize this place ASAP. The maintenance penalty, you know what? I'm fine with that. I don't mind the maintenance penalty, especially since it's such a good production per worker, and no whatever it's called, no pollution, which is just huge. Ah! Ooh, crush those. These guys are bad news bears. They just swim around and kill everything. And over here we got remnants, 3 destroyers. Hopefully, they're not going to mess us up too much. Okay, so now we do have a shortage of food, but hopefully we will be able to build. Let's see how long it's going to take. -1. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, this may have been worse than I expected. Let's see how much it'll cost to upgrade. Need 115. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. That colony might perish, which would suck. Okay, now let's see how much it would cost. Should cost less. 40. Yes, do it. Ah, it would die this turn. Oh, it failed. Nuts. But I didn't get that. Oh, I didn't get it. Damn it. Anyway, we'll have to build a new one on there. That's definitely something we want to do. Because that's a really good planet. As for this one, protofill cache, what do these do? Minus pollution, that's very good. Also, approval, that's really good too. This thing will just sort of keep exploring for us because it's really good for doing that. It's got a lot of fuel, it's got a lot of speed, so let's have it doing that, looking for good planets to colonize. Awesome, research labs, astrometrics, perfect. Now, so we don't run into the same problem we did on the last colony thing, let's go ahead and make aeroponic farms and soil enrichment. The aeroponic farms, that lets us get 3 food per turn to the colony, regardless of whether or not we actually can technically farm on the place. So, definitely something we want to do. Still building that colony ship. Took 50 turns. Jesus. Jeepers. Okay. Yeah, that's going to take us a while, but it's not going to make a big difference anyway. So we'll just leave it. Ooh. Crushes. Crushes are bad news, like I said, so we're just going to make a beeline the other direction. Ooh. Let's go to this unexplored anomaly. Alright, so once we get some ground forces built up, we can go in there, and I think it gives us a mediocre weapon. So, maybe not. Who knows? Okay, so we'll bring it down there, and then we'll definitely have to go back into our zone. Are we going to make it? Ooh, a new dude. Aquatic leader, skilled negotiator. That's pretty good. But we can't afford him right now, especially not the upkeep. And we already been there. Ooh! Let's just pop in there real quick. Go bloop into the wormhole. Where'd it take us? Once again, we just jump into a bunch of enemies. Not good at all. Orbital habitat. Ooh, that's a cool looking planet. Nano caches are great. +1 production per worker across the whole empire. They're real good. One of the best, I think. But yeah, so now that we're back here, we can just make it back to Earth, hopefully. We're going to run out of fuel, but that just means we're going to slow down. As you can see, we are slower. Now, this colony ship's almost done. Okay, so this colony ship is going to go back here, because this is just an awesome planet. The trilithium is going to let us be faster, which is super important, because, yeah, just as a frame of reference, this one has 25 speed, so if you add an extra 3 speed, I think that's pretty good. This one has also 25. Whatever. It's a speed boost. It's nothing to laugh at. Not sure why it would be, but whatever. You get the picture. Send this guy back out scouting. Being a Boy Scout. Do that. And we can take a look at some more tech. Okay, so what is it we need now? I think we need an automated rover bay. Might be nice, but, you know, not right now. I think we do want to get some of these. These do lead to shields, which are very important. Not only because they let us build awesome shields, but because we do have the shoddy engineers debuff, which means we have worse armor on our ships. So, do that. Okay, we will do that here. And we will make an aeroponic farm. That'll just let us not be shrinking at all. Ooh, wait a minute. Production output is only that. Why is that? Unhappy. Okay, so they're unhappy. Probably because we don't have any food. Yeah, there you go. There's the problem. Oh, hey buddy, how you doing? Treaties. Trade rights. Oh, that's right. It's not gonna make a difference. I don't have any. Ooh, they've already got a bunch of planets. They're not doing too bad themselves. I wanna. Ooh, that's the crystal generating guys. Yeah, the crystals. They're bad news as well. They just run around and bonk you on the head. All your freighter ships. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I think they're gonna just blockade the planet, which I haven't had any construction on, which is not good. Let's edit the roster. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to go to the shipyard and build us one of these. These are frigates. Yes, let's build some frigates. For starters, we want to have. I think it's the first thing we have to decide is whether we want it to be laser based or like guns based. And I'm thinking we're gonna say lasers, just cause it's a lot easier. Put 2 like that. And for defenses, usually I don't use armor because usually I use shields, but I'm totally fine with making an exception because, you know, maybe you don't. Anyway, in case you don't know, we are in fact not able to make shields. There we go. Spit it out. There we go. as for systems, we want to add some engines. Not that size engines, that's just silly really. That'll probably do. And just some nuclear power, cool. But we do want to make sure also that we can fire infinitely. So we have enough generation there. We'll add in a couple power capacitors. And there's got to be something else we need, I think. Fuel cell, let's just add a fuel cell. Perfect. Wait, actually, let me check. Yeah, so that'll change our ship's speed, but the fuel cell will let us travel a little further. Okay, we'll call this one the... Oh, what is it? Well, let me put in a name. Cancel. Come on, put in a name. What? Yeah. It's all set. Enter the name. Ah, come on, whatever. We'll leave. Shipyard. Okay, never mind. We'll just make one of the pre-made ships, I think. That's fine. The Aggressor Mark 1, let me just take a look. That ought to do. Make 2 of those. Hopefully those will be able to do a little bit to our crystalline foes. Ooh, yeah, it's Starbase though. This will be good. We can totally take them. Maybe. They do this weird swervy thing. At least they did. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, so it's for dodging our artillery. And I just think it sucks, because it works. See? And then they fire there, and they fire there, and they... Yeah. It's just gross. But sometimes it doesn't work. Like, that went well for us. So let's focus fire on that guy. Hopefully we can hit him. I'll be kind of surprised if we can. Ooh, so close. Come on. Oh. Nice. Good hit there. Looks like we're going to get some nice damage on them. Yeah, because once they get too close, then they've got these weird beams that can do a bunch of damage. Although, yeah. We seem to be holding our own pretty well. Once they get close enough, their maneuvers don't do too much against our artillery. And once they're down to 1, we can focus and annihilate them. But until then, we're sort of... It's just a race against the clock. Yes, this game is brilliant. You design your own ships. You go into these awesome looking battle scenes with like cool graphics. And you see how your design actually performs, and I just think that's the coolest thing. There is no multiplayer, that's sort of one thing to note, but the game is just completely 100% recommend it, regardless. So, our starbase is victorious, thank God, because they are going to be sending more and more, and I don't want to have to... I want to be able to focus on building defensive ships rather than star bases over and over. The plot does thicken! You can read this if you want. Pause the video, do whatever. Anyway, cool, there we are. Looks like, yep, got that thing going to the unexplored anomaly. My system. It failed again? Did it really? Are you serious? Huh. I did not realize that. That's annoying. So, I guess what we're gonna do... Yeah. Ha! You should have told me. God damn. Let's make a freighter fleet. How much does it cost to rush? 200. Yeah, we'll do it. And then we'll make a colony ship. And I think we'll put that first. 50 turns. 1,000 to rush. Yeah, never mind. We'll put that second. We'll give it an escort. So, because if that thing breaks, that's too much. Okay, so we got the freighter. 2 freighters now. So that means that we will be able to transport food. And got an asteroid. So let's take a look and see what we can do with it. Dispatch a science team, costs minus 100 BC. We can blow it up, which I don't think we're going to do. And eventually we can take 5 freighters, which we don't have. But it gives us a cool type of bomb that does a bunch of damage. Anyway, in the meantime, I think we're going to end the episode here. I've been IndieBen. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, maybe even subscribe, helps me out a lot. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.